Hello, this is Retri Tarot, and today we are doing a pick a card for your messages for this week. And it's an important moment because we have the 1st of September tomorrow, and so 31st all the way to the 6th. What are some of the messages? So let's start with the green fluorite. So, pile number one. This is pile number one, and this is the green rock here. Fluorite, just taking a deep breath and seeing which rock calls out to you. You can choose by the pile itself. So if your gut feel, your intuition says um, to go for pile number two, Aragonite, pile number three, the clear quartz. I'm also going to give you a moment to choose by connecting into your heart. So I'm going to play this bowl. Take a deep breath. What's your message for this week? And since this is a live recording, you can also type in comments if you like. I do these live recordings every Monday. So you can subscribe to the channel and then you'll get the notification for the next live reading, which would be Monday, the 7th of September. So let's pick up pile number one, the green rock. And if this pile is calling out to you, take a deep breath into your heart and connecting with your body. Let's look at these cards. In the meanwhile, I'm going to put the other piles away. Right now, we're on the green rock, the first pile. So, okay, so so pile number one, those who picked the green rock, the first card that jumped out was the Three of Cups reversed. The second card that jumped out was Maiden of Water, and it's a beautiful card. And the third card that jumped out was the King of Wands. So the message for this week seems to be about connection and community. Since this is reversed, it feels as if the message for you this week is that you may not get a lot of time with, to socialize, to connect with your friends. It seems that you may be feeling a little vulnerable um, where it comes to a creative project. So this is King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a very dynamic, bold, very exciting, a very strong energy. These are people who have difficulty with commitment. And this is a very creative spirit, a flow of water, emotion. So there could be, so there are two things here. One is a creative project in which you feel like you'd like to get some affirmation, you'd like to get some support, some praise, some encouragement. And the second is that not getting a lot of that from the people in your life who may be absorbed in other things and they're not able to emotionally, give you that feeling like this is awesome, go for it. And so, what's the message for those who picked pile number one? The message is that the negativity of the past, if you really struggle to create, to complete a creative project, and you really kind of like talked yourself out of it, this is saying that the end of a tough cycle approaches, and this is mirrored, so you may not be able to read that. Full moon in Capricorn. Um, and that's like super interesting in that you may have been struggling really hard doing the day to day, the tasks, the struggle of getting it all together. Like a lot of work and effort is what it looks like. There could have been a lot of like blocks because of um, events, and because of financial constraints. So it's like you started to do something and then there was like something didn't pan out for you. You started to think about something, and you had these grand plans, but when it came to the reality, just not being able to connect with the 3D. So there may have been many disappointments in this creative project of yours. And things may have been much, much, much slower than you could have possibly imagined. Like, how it is when you send an email and you don't get a response in 3 days, and you're like, okay, I'm still waiting for that. So that cycle is over, because for those of you who follow the card of the week as well, we're seeing that the new energies are much more concrete, and they're much more real, meaning that you can actually get stuff done this week. So, this is your dreams need a practical plan. And this is a great card to get at this week, because this week is all about practicality. It's all about concrete. It's all about, getting that funding. Getting that budget in line, getting that seed to actually create something. So this is the message for Fluorite card number. Be those who picked card number one. Just so you know, this is a stress relieving rock. It sort of calms you down if there's any anxiety. So you may benefit from actually talking this out and creating a focused plan, with small goals that actually take you towards your big dream. So this is the card of the week. Very encouraging card for somebody with a very encouraging reading for somebody with a creative project, that a big dream they have. Okay, so now I'm going to go to pile number 2, which is the Aragonite. So I'm just going to pick this up and show you the Aragonite. It's a rock for self-worth and self-confidence. It's a great rock to carry if your confidence is feeling a little shaky or not feeling very centered. So here we go. Let's pull out the 3 tarot cards. We find the Knave of Chalices, the Nine of Water, um, the Queen of Swords. So this second reading is about looking at yourself. And the message is, when you look at yourself, you may think you're not good enough as you are. And that could be stopping you from moving forward towards your practical goals. And this week is all about goals, right? Like we just picked up that energy earlier. So this is about you looking at yourself and saying, oh, I'm not good enough. I just have this much to offer right now. I don't have that much to offer. I don't know if I look right. I don't know how other people are going to perceive me, whether I'm going to be appreciated or not. So, Nine of Cups is all about yes. It's a big yes card. Sometimes it can also mean spending way too much time in your emotions. Sometimes it can mean drinking too much, or some other sort of fun activity that gives you some pleasure in the moment but may actually stop you from going towards your goals. So this is about what could be blocking you is not feeling good enough. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords is all about communication, all about saying things in such a way that people understand and people hear you. It's about assertiveness. And then let's see what the messages are. You are good enough, and it's time to release negativity. So again, the advice from your angels is that you may be turning away from the tasks that you need to do, the work that you need to do, kind of, just spending time doing things that are actually give you a lot of pleasure, but don't actually get you to what you really want. And what they're saying is this is about negativity. I would say it's a good time to do an energy clearing. It's a great time to bring in some affirmations that you are good enough as you are right now, and to start to communicate clearly, and hold that sword. Like sometimes it means putting up a boundary, maybe saying no to yourself or someone else when it comes to a habit that's not really working for you. So you can do this. You can clear that energy. You can put that boundary on something that isn't working for you. And it could be a habit. And then you can move on from there and create this feeling of confidence. Okay, so this is what we have for group number 2. Aragonite is a great stone for that, for believing in yourself, believing in your talent, the way it comes through you. Okay, now the next card that I have is pile number 3. These are the cards for pile number 3. We're going to move this and clear quartz. Clear quartz. Pile number 3. This is your rock for today. And let's see what you may be struggling with this week. Okay, so we have 3. Yeah, I got the wrong cards before. And this is about, wow, this is amazing. So this seems to be more about a relationship than anything else. So this looks like you've got your wish this week. Something has happened which can really feel very encouraging to you. 6 of Wands. We can see in this card that this person is standing straight and bold, showing their heart, expressing themselves. So this week you may have a chance to express yourself and to somebody in a private way, and they're actually listening to you. It looks like there's a date, there is a one-on-one communication, there's almost a chance to be heard, a chance to communicate, a chance to feel connected to someone. And seems like this could be something you had wished for that's coming true for you. And here we see some advice from the angels, from the Moonology angels. And the advice is communication is key. And the second bit is don't let your past hold you back. So new moon in Gemini, meaning that there is an opportunity to communicate something that you may have had to hold back for a long time. This is about reflecting and letting your past behaviors be. So if you couldn't say this, if you didn't do it right, if you're regretting something you did in the past and didn't do in the past, this is telling you to let it go. Don't let your past hold you back. So if there was something you couldn't complete, for example, when it came to your goals, or starting something that you always wanted to but you didn't quite do it, this is a card that tells you that, hey, don't let the past hold you back. That's the messages from guides and angels, and the communication is the key here. So if you find that you've not been able to connect with somebody effectively because you couldn't communicate with them. This is, telling you to take that risk and, you know, be heard. If you've been wondering if you should do that or shouldn't do that, this seems to be like a big yes to go ahead and do that, and that they will be open and will listen to you. But of course, you've got to judge this for yourself, because tarot and all this advice can only enable you to reflect and make your choices. So we want to take self responsibility always. Um, Judging by the rock that seems to have come out with this reading, which is the clear quartz, this is about getting really clear as well about what you truly want to happen at the end of that communication, or at the as because of that communication, and also perhaps to express, that this is what's, I'm just downloading this, that also to express that you're just looking for some clarity. You have no other agenda other than to gain some clarity. So, if communication is something you've been wanting to do with someone, have a clear communication. It seems that this could be the week for that. There is a message about that. Um, so now I am going to bring the reading to a close, and I really appreciate all the people who watch these videos. Thank you so much for doing that. If you found this reading helpful, or if you think people could find this helpful, please subscribe, or let them know that this is available to them. And I just look forward to your comments, and I love hearing from everyone. Okay, bye now.